Hello everyone, today's video is on the last meals of everyone executed in the year 2014. I did do a last words video of everyone executed in 2014 if you're interested. Thomas Knight, also known as Askari Abdullah Muhammad, was executed on January 7th, and for his last meal he had sweet potato pie, coconut cake, banana nut bread, vanilla ice cream, strawberry and butter pecan ice cream, Fritos, and Sprite. Michael Lee Wilson was executed on January 9th. For his last meal, he had pizza, pomegranate, and a candy bar. Dennis B. McGuire was executed on January 16th. For his last meal, he had roast beef, a cream cheese bagel, fried chicken, potatoes 2 ways, butter pecan ice cream, and Coca-Cola. Edgar Arias was executed on January 22nd. He was executed in the state of Texas, where they had stopped offering last meals, so he did not get a special meal before his execution. Kenneth Eugene Hogan was executed on January 23rd. It is unknown what Kenneth had for his last meal. Herbert Smalls was executed on January 29th. For his last meal, he had fried chicken, steak, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, candied yams, cornbread, chocolate cake, and cola. Suzanne Basso was executed on February 5th in the state of Texas, where they stopped offering last meals, so she ate what the regular prison meal was before her execution. I did a full story on her if you're interested. Juan Carlos Chavez was executed on February 12th. For his last meal, he had steak, French fries, strawberry ice cream, mixed fruit, and mango juice. Michael Anthony Taylor was executed on February 26th. He chose not to request a special meal and had what the prison served, which was potato soup and a sandwich. Paul Augustus Howell was executed on February 26th. For his last meal, he had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Ray Jasper III was executed on March 19th. He was executed in Texas and did not receive a last meal. Robert Henry was executed on March 20th. For his final meal, he had red beans and rice, pecan pie, ice cream, and orange juice. Jeffrey Ferguson was executed on March 26th. For his last meal, he had barbecue ribs, French fries, and apple pie. Anthony Dwayne Doyle was executed on March 27th. He was executed in Texas and did not receive a final meal. Tommy Lynn Sells was executed on April 3rd. He was also executed in Texas and did not receive a final meal, but I did do a story on him. Ramiro Hernandez Llanas was executed on April 9th. He was executed in Texas and did not receive a final meal. Jose Luis Villegas Jr. was executed on April 16th in the state of Texas, and he did not receive a final meal. William Louis Roussan was executed on April 23rd. For his final meal, he had a bacon cheeseburger, onion rings, pecan pie, and a soda. Robert Eugene Hendricks was executed on April 23rd. For his last meal, he had pork chops, sausage gravy and biscuits, German chocolate cake, and soda. Clayton Durrell Lockett was executed on April 29th. He was offered a last meal, and while in the process of making his request, he ordered a specific type of steak, but the prison said they were not willing to get the type of steak he wanted. Angered by this, Clayton chose to cancel his whole order, so he had no last meal. Marcus Wellens was executed on June 17th. He refused to request a special last meal, so he had what the prison served, which was shepherd's pie, mashed potatoes, red beans, cabbage relish salad, cornbread, sugar cookies, and fruit. John Winfield was executed on June 18th. He refused a last meal. John Ruffle Henry was also executed on June 18th, and he also refused a last meal. Eddie Wayne Davis was executed on July 10th. For his last meal, he had chopped steak with onion gravy, fries, corn, Brussels sprouts, cherry ice cream, and a Dr. Pepper. John C. Middleton was executed on July 16th. For his last meal, he had a cheeseburger, a pork steak, French fries, apple pie, and a chocolate milkshake. Joseph Wood III was executed on July 23rd. He refused to request a special last meal, so he had what the prisoners ate, which was sausage and mashed potatoes. Michael Shane Worthington was executed on August 6th. For his final meal, he had a cheeseburger, French fries, ribeye steak, and onion rings. Earl Ringo Jr. was executed on September 10th. He refused to request a special last meal, so he had what the prisoners ate, which was Salisbury steak, macaroni and cheese, salad, veggies, and cake. Willie Tyrone was executed on September 10th, and since he was executed in Texas, He had the prison meal served that day, which was baked chicken, green beans, mashed potatoes, and his choice between tea, punch, or water. Lisa Coleman was executed on September 17th in the state of Texas. Lisa was offered the same meal served to the rest of her unit, which was a fried pork chop, macaroni and cheese, carrots, green beans, navy beans, sliced bread, pineapple orange cake, and she had her choice of tea, peach, or water. Miguel Angel Paredes was executed on October 28th. Since he was executed in Texas, he had what the prison served for his last meal, and that was chicken, rice, corn, sweet peas, pinto beans, cornbread, coffee cake, and his choice of water, tea, or punch to drink. Chadwick Banks was executed on November 13th, and for his final meal he ate fried fish, homemade french fries, hush puppies, old-fashioned dinner rolls, homemade banana pudding, red velvet cake, butter pecan ice cream, and a glass of ice water. Leon Vincent Taylor was executed on November 19th. For his last meal he had eggs, bacon, donuts, and an orange-flavored beverage. Robert Wayne Halsey was executed on December 9th. For his last meal he had 8 pieces of fried chicken. Paul Terrence Goodwin was executed on December 10th. He did not request a last meal, so he was served the same food given to other inmates that day, which was fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, green beans, corn, sliced bread, and fruit punch. Thank you all for watching another episode of Death Row Executions. Let me know in the comments below what your last meal would be.